All right, first and foremost, I'm going to start off by saying, all praises be to Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone. Salutes to you, brothers, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth, man. And pretty much, this is just a quick flow, quick hit, and it's just in the spirit of just getting the camera on and just get recording, okay? Because we're in the end right now, and pretty much, there's a lot of things going on every second you can think of, every little moment, every little minute. Yeah, there's something happening out here. You know what I'm saying? Every little moment you can think of. You know, you watch the news, you got wars and rumors of wars, like the scripture says. The scripture talks about wars and rumors of wars. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with right here: wars and rumors of wars, bro, and different things, man. Signs of the end, everything. Come on, man. This is it, bro. Everything that we've been saying right here is happening in people's faces right now. There was just a situation. I didn't check it all out, but I seen it posted and things like that. There's two situations. Actually, you got the Trump, what is it, the Golden Dome, and I'm gonna look more into it. But they're setting up this defense, and he's dealing with the borders. He's the last guy in. He's even said certain that he's gonna have to have certain things in place before he's out, before his term's out. So all these control of these borders and all that, bro. All this is New World Order stuff, the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. He met in Saudi Arabia and had a meeting. Lord willing, I put a short video up on it. This is another quick hit, and they had a meeting about an AI like grid for the city for Saudi Arabia. Then at the same time, he's setting up the Golden Dome. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the Simpsons, right? When they had that dome over the Simpsons, man. That's what that reminds me of. Okay, so right now when people are playing and messing around, all the steps, all everything to do with the end times is happening right now in your face. Everything that you can think of. They're setting up that infrastructure for the AI for the mark of the beast. That's what all the borders are about, man. That's why the scripture says, man. The Lord shall make a speedy riddance to Babylon. It's all happening quick. It's just they're putting it in place. How can you not see it? How can you not see what's going on right now, bro? All these deals going on. You just had the UK. They did a deal back with the EU, and it's always talks about the borders. Now they kind of was soft on it, but it's always about the borders, bro. These borders are going to be locked down. The scripture says what? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's why you're having all these blackouts, all these lockdowns going on, man. That's real talk. All these blackouts and all these lockdowns. Yeah. What did they do? The blacked out Spain. There was just a lockdown. There was just a blackout. Well, Spain, I think it was when I think I had another one. Actually, the phone lines went down over there. So they had the one that hit France, Morocco, Portugal, and England was going to get hit that same day. And then just the other day, they had another one where the phone lines went down out in Spain. Now they're telling you the government right now in the UK that you prepare for a blackout. You got people coming out, government mentioning talking about prepping and all that. Straight out talking about prepping. So in the times, man, when you watch the movie The Children of Men, and you got the Muslims and all that protesting in the street, you got that right now with this free Palestine stuff. It's gonna get worse. Immigration, free Palestine. Remember what happened in that movie, Children of Men? Yeah. Okay, what happened there? Basically, at the start of the film, there was a false flag attack, right? And then basically they said straight up, yeah, that they lock the borders and people are getting deported. And that's what it is. What makes a citizen soon to become a citizen? You're gonna have to have the digital ID. That's where it's all going, bro. Digital ID right now, man. That's the spirit. And the Lord's putting a stop to this place. There's so much things happening right now. That's where we're at. Okay, let me know what. Let me read. I'm gonna read some of the scripture. JMS exalt the Most High. Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me and said, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit which he made. Give me 1 second. Hey, yo. Alright, yeah, I'm on live as well, but you just roll up, yeah. At the same time, when the highest will begin to visit the earth which he made, bro. Alright, let's get this. 2 Esdras 9 and 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's why you got all this chaos going on. I just see a brother put a comment there that water got cut out in parts of Liverpool a few days ago. They've said any day this street can go down. And look at what Trump's doing, man. Nero, King Trump, he's securing them borders, bro. He's securing them borders with AI. There's something called AI data centers. You thought that this guy was he was a elite. He was this. Y'all was fucking stupid because you don't know this. You don't know the prophecies. He's another puppet. All those governments are all selected in by the powers that be, the higher powers, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. They run the show, the club. You find out the power's more centralized than that. People have to join the club and they have to become masons and climb up the ladders. He was selected for that. This dude was in acting and all that, man. This dude was in acting. He was in WWE. So all of this is set up. AI data centers is something to look out for. They're setting out Saudi Arabia right now. They're setting that up in the States right now. The Golden Dome. And like I said, that just reminded me of that Simpsons. But I'm going to look more into it. And we do know that all of that because they're worried about the chariots as well. The UFOs, man. That's why they got the whole thing talking about Blue Beam Project. Because they know that Yahweh Shai is real. So they want to try and throw people off or make their false messiahs and all that, or the blue beam to deceive. But the scripture says the elect won't be deceived. You can't deceive the elect. The 144,000, a righteous vibration, man. And what's going to happen when all this chaos kicks off? The Lord said, my servant shall eat. So you're going to have blackouts, but you're going to have men, women, and children of the elect. They're going to eat while a lot of y'all starve and die, man. That's what's coming. Alright, so I'm going to close this out, bro, because this was a quick live. I'm going to keep doing some quick hits right now, because we're in the end times, bro, and they want us to stop. We ain't going to stop. We're just going to go until they take us out and put us in the concentration camps, lie and set us up like King Nero Trump is doing right now. Until they do that, we're going to keep teaching. End of, bro. They've tried all these kind of tactics, imprisonments, false accusations, all this kind of stuff, but it ain't going to stop the men of the Lord, bro. That's all I got to say. The true men of the Yahweh Shai, we ain't stopping for none of y'all, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk right there. So, because that's what it is, man. The scripture talks about they were stoned, they were sawn asunder. People have got a problem with the prophets. They've just got a demonic energy towards brothers that teach the scriptures. But it's all good, man, because we got a job to do. We're just doing our job, and our job is to teach the word of the Lord and usher in the end times. So they are going to push that RFID mark of the beast, all of that, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So stay strong to all the believers, all the soldiers. We still here. That's what it is. No matter what to do, man. F him. I'm out.